Hi, welcome again. This is Seema Raghunath here. The subject for today is making every year count. Well, it seems like a strange subject to be talking about, but I've found a lot of value in looking at life this way. Every year that passes by, does the year seem to have added something to you? Has it actually collected something more than you were the previous year? And we're not just talking about competencies and skills and qualification and another piece to your educational qualification. That's not the only asset. When we talk about making life count, it's about really knowing what your wins are. And the wins can come from any territory. One of the most common issues that I have seen and found people really bothered about is the fact that their career is not on track, that they haven't managed to catch the speed they want, there is no agility in the kind of work they're doing, and maybe they don't get the kind of precision they want. So when I do life coaching, I'm doing executive coaching, these are typically the complaints that I find people grappling with. And one of the most common advices I give people is I want you to look at life like it consists of two railway tracks. One railway track is attached to your personal life and the other railway track is attached to your professional life. In the ideal situation, each of these tracks should have their own pace and they should be feeding into each other, which just means that if you have a great personal space going, this one's going to feed in the energy, the confidence, the comfort, the support into your professional track, helping you catch momentum, maybe even get faster than you normally would go. Now let's say that your professional track is really going well, which means that you got the recognition, you got the visibility, you're being identified, you got your promotions, you're getting the scope, you're getting opportunities that many others dream of. Then what we can say is you're probably having a successful career. A successful career obviously has a direct impact on how your personal life moves on, the kind of things you're able to do for your family, the kind of investments you make, the wealth acquisitions that you have, and generally the sense of well-being you're able to present to everyone. But is life like that always? It isn't. And this is the reason why people move to feeling really down, sometimes depressed, and seeking counsel. One thing that we need to understand is that you have two tracks. When one track is ailing, is derailed, you still have another track to focus on. So what does a smart and the mature person do? Recognize the track that is currently not in good shape. The unhealthy track has to be firstly recognized. The second thing you need to do is to confirm to yourself what's the reason why this track is not doing well. For instance, let's say you're in a market or an industry that is not doing well, the market has crashed, the entire space is sick and dying, or things look dull for everybody there for quite some time to come. Can you change the industry? Can you change the market? Can you change your company? Can you change the budgets? There's nothing much that you can do about it but to grin and bear. If grin and bear is going to be your option for now, and basically this means you're going to be waiting duck, waiting for way too many circumstances and situations to change, you've got just one option, and your option is to put all your energy and your focus on your personal space. Pick up skills in the personal space. Pick up spiritual depth maybe. I don't know, depth could be defined in many different ways. This is about maybe improving your parenting skills. Spend more time with your children, invest your time in telling them and teaching them things that that you've been told by your father and whoever else. The idea is to make the most of the time that is gifted to you. Make the year count. If you've not really bonded with your son, then maybe that's the time to make the most of this gift. The gift of your professional track not taking up speed is the greatest gift that you can have, to invest in every single relationship that you have in your personal space. That can be friends, that can be long lost friends, that could be broken relationships that you want to mend, whatever that might be. This may also be the time that you can go out and make crazy investments, things that you did not think about in the past. Let me give you a personal example, because I typically tend to operate with my own examples. So this is 2008, and we had a huge financial fiasco at the time, if you remember. The banking industry had gone kaput. it was really the time that everyone was crying. There were employees who knew that nothing much is really going to change here. And I was unfortunate to actually have to call my team and my people and say, this is not going to be a good year. In fact, next year is not going to be a good year. And after that, I don't see a good year either. In fact, if I had to be really clear about it and use a witch's crystal ball, then my gazing tells me another 7 bad years. That can't be a great time. But how can I make the year count, every year count for my people? The one thing that I did do at the time was to start working with my people on their finances. Is that what a manager is expected to do? No, it wasn't. But that's something I did for myself. I took stock of my assets, my monies, what I have, what I don't have, what I can muster, what my loan credibilities are like, so on and so forth. And I discovered this is the great time, a great time for me to go and buy something. The first asset that I picked up was in market downtime. It encouraged my team members to go out and do the same thing, and I ensured that within the year's time, my entire team had gone out and picked up properties for themselves. At that time, one thing was clear to us. There's everyone around us crying. But there were 4 of us who probably were kind of not doing too well, dirt poor, nothing in the pockets, but we were very delighted people. We had probably our lives' first such assets, gained, acquired, made at a time that was declared to be the worst year for not just market and industry, but for all companies at the time. The economy was considered down, down, down. But there were 3 or 4 people who were going up. This is about choices. This is about changing track. This is about moving your focus to what really matters. This is a conscious choice. A choice that is in every individual's hands. It's a matter of changing your lens. What this means is that nothing in your environment, nothing about time can seriously control what's going to happen with you, what's going to be the outcomes of your life, for as long as you visualize your life as 2 separate tracks, both tracks available for your control. When one track's weak, you move to the next. When this one's weak, you move on to the next. When time is good, that's the time to put all your energies into both your tracks and make hay while the sun shines. But now you know what you do when the sun ain't shining. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you.